Morning, everybody. This week's parsha starts off Vaydaber Hashem al Moshe. God spoke to Moshe Bamidbar Sinai at Mount Sinai, and telling him that the Su'us Rosh Kol Bnei Yisrael, count the people. I want a number, but the way it's expressed, Su'u is lift up, as Rosh, the head, Lebes, to the house of the person's father. So what does it mean? So first of all, Su'u means that when you're counting somebody, you're elevating them. You're showing them that they have value. There's not just 1, 2, 3, but each one means something to Hashem. So this is the first thing. Ish lamate. So the famous story of the Maggid of Mezrich, he was a little child, he was 5 years old. He wasn't the Maggid of Mezrich yet, he was just a 5-year-old child. Potentially he was the Maggid of Mezrich, but not yet. And there was a terrible fire in his town, and the hole in his house was one of the part of the fire, and everything got burnt, and his mother was very, very broken. So he told his mother, because the house got burnt, you have to be so sad, so depressed. So she tells him, no, I'm not worried about the house. We had a Ksav Yuchsin, we had a Megillah, like a record of our Yichus, of our dynasty, that we came from one of the great sages, Rabbi Yochanan HaSandler, one of the great sages in the Talmud. We had father, son, all the way down till us. So, and now we don't have it, it's burnt. So the 5-year-old child tells his mother, don't worry, Mom, I'm starting a new lineage. The lineage is going to start from right here. You're looking at it. There was once the Reb Chaim of Tzanz, one of the great Hasidic masters. Some young rabbi came to Reb Chaim of Tzanz. He says, who are you? Who are you? So he says, oh, you know who I am? I'm the grandson of this great rabbi that his name is, everybody knows him. So Reb Chaim tells him, I didn't ask who your grandfather is, I asked you who you are. Every person has to know that there is a responsibility and a tremendous opportunity that every single one of us has, that we have the potential. Su'u es roish kol hadas b'nei Yisrael. We have to elevate ourselves. We have to know that there is a bracha, there's a blessing, that God is counting on us. He's not just counting us, He is counting on us that we should express and connect and make this special connection. There's a cute little mashal, a parable, that Reb Meir Premishlan, another great Hasidic master, would say. He says once there was a person that came to him that he wasn't exactly from the big followers. He was more of a troublemaker. But he came from a very, very big dynasty. His great-great-grandfather was a big Rav, big tzaddik. And he used to always walk around, you know where I come from? I come from, you cannot tell me what to do. So the Meir B'Shlan says, I want to tell you a story. He says, I'm going to tell you a little story. Come ahead, let me tell you a story. He says, once a dog that was in the king's palace. And he was there, he was dedicated to the king, and he served his time properly. But the dog was already getting old, and he didn't need used to the dog. So he wanted to get rid of the dog. It's a pasnish, the dog was there for so many years, he could just throw him to the street. So he decided he's going to give him a little bit of an advantage. To send him back in the forest, he's easy prey. So they took skins from a lion, and from a zave, from a wolf, and from another animal, and they put it all together, and they gave him like a new coat on him. That's, hey, you look at him, you don't know who it is, what it is. Okay. A while later, they tell the king there's this very unique animal roaming around in the forest. They don't know if it's what it is. It's got all different type of bloods in it. It has a wolf and a lion and a dog. So he says, bring me this animal. They brought him the animal, and he says, who are you? So the dog can't talk, but that's the way the story goes. The dog says, my great-grandfather was a lion. He says, very nice. And who are you? He says, my grandfather was a bear. Says, and who are you? He says, my father was a zev, was a wolf. He says, are you? He says, I'm only a dog. I'm only a dog. So there's this idea of, on one hand, we have to know that we have the potential. Also, you have to know where you are. We have to know our value. We have to know that we have to, the job's on us. Hashem Shalom, we should be inspired. We should elevate ourselves as a preparation to the comings of Mashiach, the kingdom, Amen.